Do you have a need for permanent ID labels for your plants? Shrubbery, trees, bushes, whatever? Well, I do, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So welcome to Do It Yourself with Wayne. My YouTube channel is all about teaching you how to do things yourself to save money. So if you like saving money, click subscribe to my channel. Click like on my videos, ring that bell, do all those things, and I will help you learn how to do things yourself to save money. Now, a little backstory here. I've got a bunch of blueberry bushes that I've had a few years. I've got a few videos about those. Got some blackberry plants that I'll be upplanting soon. You should see an upcoming video about how I plant my blackberry plants. But I need labels for them because I got all different varieties. And over the years, I want to be able to identify what variety I like best so that I can tell you folks when I do videos in the future. It's not good to say, oh, I like this blueberry plant over here, but I can't tell you what variety it is. So I need ID labels for my plants that I feel confident will last the life of the plant. And I think I've come up with a solution for that. Now this little tag here is the kind of little tag that came on some of my blueberry plants, and they've held up really well for a couple of years, which is great because I still know what variety they are, but they're getting old. Pretty soon they're going to dry rot and break and get lost, and I don't want that to happen. So I've done a lot of research, and the solution I've come up with is these ID tags here. They're 1 inch by 3 inches. They're made out of stainless steel. You can get aluminum ones. If you get the aluminum ones, you can etch or engrave with them with like a pencil or an ink pen or something, but the aluminum ones bend rather easily. That's why you can engrave them with a pencil or something. And I didn't feel like that was a good solution. So I found these stainless steel ones. If you look at this, I'm putting a good bit of force on that and it don't want to bend. Now I'm sure I could bend it if I tried hard enough, but this is some really sturdy stuff. But you have to have an engraving pen to engrave the name of the plant on these. Now I've got this little engraving tool. I did a video about this a few years ago, and I'll put a link in the description to that video. But there's a lot of different engraving tools on the market. You just need to get one that's sufficient for engraving on metal, and you can engrave your stainless steel ID tags. Now the next problem I came up with was, how do I attach this to the plant? Well, the tag's got a little hole in it, but what do you use to attach it? You could use wire ties. Your little nylon wire ties, you could get small ones that would go through that. That would work, but over time they'll deteriorate, break, fall off. If you do decide to go with wire ties, make sure you use black wire ties. The color is very important. The black color is much more UV resistant than any other color, which means the UV rays from the sun won't make it hard and brittle and fall off as soon as the other colors of wire ties. But I wanted something more durable than that. So what I found at Harbor Freight, I found these stainless steel wire ties. I thought stainless steel wire ties, stainless steel ID tag, what could be more durable than that? The problem is the stainless steel wire tie won't go through that hole. And I thought about drilling that hole out, but it's so close to the edge, I figured it would just tear out the side. So what I did instead, I went to the other end of the little ID tag and drilled a 1/4 inch hole in that end. That way my stainless steel wire tie will go right through there. Now when I attach this to the plant, I won't close that loop up any more than I have to. Of course, hopefully I won't drop it when I'm messing with it. There we go. So I'll end up with a loop about that big. And maybe you can see it better there. And that gives the plant plenty of room to grow over the years. And I think with the stainless steel wire tie and the stainless steel ID tag, I think that's a solution that will last basically the life of the plant. And that's what I've been looking for. Now the next thing is you got to engrave it. So now I'm going to show you how I engrave them, and then I'll show you installing it on the plant. So let's move forward with that. Now this is the first one I'm going to engrave, and I think that's pronounced Alfana, but whatever it is, that's the variety name of one of my first blueberry plants. So on my tool, I push the little button to start it. It's going to make a lot of noise. So I'm just going to let you watch as I do this, because like I said, it does make a lot of noise. Well, apparently I have to hold the button. All right, here we go. And there we go. I think you can see that in the camera real well. That's how I'm going to label them. And I'm very confident that over the years that will be very visible. Now at this point I'm out here in my yard, and this is the blueberry bush that I just showed you making the permanent ID tag for. And I'm going to show you how I install it. But before I do that, I'd just like to ask you a favor. Would you please click like on my video? It doesn't cost you anything, and it really helps me with YouTube. And if you subscribe to my channel and click that little bell, it makes it a lot easier for you to find my future videos as well as my older videos. And as I told you before, my YouTube channel, the neighbor's walking, my YouTube channel is all about teaching you how to do things yourself to save money. So if you like saving money, do those things, and I will help you save money. All right, let's get on with installing this permanent ID tag on this blueberry bush. Okay, here we go. I'm going to install the ID tag, and I did label both sides of my ID tag, so it doesn't matter which way it's turned. It's always easy to just pick it up, look at it. Like I said, with it labeled on both sides, you don't have to flip it over to find the name. So then I'll just go around the base of the blueberry bush, stick my wire tie in there a little ways, make sure it's tight, and there we go. I got a permanent ID label for my blueberry bush now that I think will last the life of the blueberry bush. So there you go, a permanent ID tag for your plants that will last the life of the plant. If you have other ideas or suggestions or comments, I'd love to hear from you. Just leave me a comment of any kind. It helps me with the YouTube algorithms, and I just appreciate any kind of comment. So at this point, I'd just like to say thank you for visiting. Do it yourself with Wayne, and we hope you have a great gardening season.